Hello, everybody. I'm the Four-Eyed Venter, and this is my first video on this channel. Uh, just figure I'd use this as an introduction and a safe space to talk about what I would like to talk about. So, um, I guess as an introduction, yeah, I'm the Four-Eyed Venter. I'm using this as a venting account to speak about, my personal stuff. Some stuff won't be personal. Some stuff will be personal. Some stuff will just be fun. Some stuff will be not so fun. Uh, I'm 15. I'm from a small town. Uh, I've got a pretty tiny family. I'm just an average 15-year-old. But you know, deep down, I'm also this troubled kid just trying to find his way through life. Like a vast majority of kids nowadays. But in a sense, apologies, I just have a really bad congestion. But in a sort of sense, that's what makes us all human, trying to find our way through life. And it's it's easy to know that you don't have to go through it alone. I'm always available for viewers out there. No matter what, I'm always available. But I guess enough of the introduction, more into me. Not me, more into the personal stuff. So, uh, I grew up pretty normally. I'll say that. I grew up pretty normally. I've my mom, my dad, my sister, and, you know, we always had pets from when I was a really young age up until now. We've always had pets. It it's just it's just how we are. However, a lot of stuff changed when I got about 10 years old. Something traumatic happened, and it changed me, changed my outlook on life, changed the way I trusted people. And that's what slowly made me realize that I need to start, one, trying to be comfortable in my own skin, and two, always keeping a lookout and trying my best to stay positive. And with everything I've encountered and everything I've endured, I've realized that I can slowly but surely try to turn myself around, try to make myself a better person. I slowly am starting to realize that I can make a difference, that everybody can. And that traumatic event is a subject for a later video. Maybe further on down my career, maybe further on down my life. But another thing I'll also use this channel for is to tell crazy stories of stuff that have happened to me, stuff that have involved me, but have happened to a friend. But you'll slowly realize, everything that happens that either happens for a reason or happens just to happen. But I guess I should throw some more context onto here. For whatever reason, I feel like including this. For anybody wondering, the game I'm playing is Hypershot. It's this little first-person shooter on Roblox. Really recommend you go check it out. Very fun game. Uh, if you hear background voices, by the way, those are my two friends. The two people that I'm closest to and know the most about me. My two friends, Phantom and Matthew. Love them both. They're amazing. You probably won't hear them because I'm just using my controller mic and it's really close to my face and my phone volume's turned down because I'm talking to them on my phone. Don't know why all of this needs to be included. I'm running out of running out of things to talk to. Not talk to, but talk about. Apologies. But in a sense, these two are the two that know the most about me, and they also both have their own respective channels where they talk about personal stuff. And honestly, they're the reason why I got into this anyway. So I would like to thank them both for this. So whenever you all get sent this, because I will be sending it to you all. Thank you, Phantom. Thank you, Matthew, for really opening my eyes to how therapeutic this could be. But I guess for the time I've got, which is about another 8 or 9 minutes or so, which I'll probably cut some more out. But in this in this video, I just wanted to introduce myself and speak about mm, something that has happened. I've been stalling. Uh, so this happened pretty recently, but I found out here the other day that this girl I was with had been cheating on me. She had been flirting with other dudes on this app called Wiz um, for quite a while of the time that me and her were together, and we broke up once because of uh, reasons, and then we tried again because we both missed each other and realized that it was getting hard without each other, which now I've realized that because she cheated on me, I didn't have much to lose. I wasn't in a good spot anyway, if that was the case. But I'm not gonna name drop this girl. I'm not gonna name drop anybody in this. The only people I've name dropped were my two friends. But I figured this out from a an old friend of mine. Well, not really an old friend of mine, but a good friend of mine. She had noticed on her phone that whenever whenever the girl would walk away from me, she'd open that app Wiz and go to dudes' profiles and speak with them in a flirtatious way, in a flirting manner. And it broke my heart when I figured this out. But when I figured this out, it was 2 days after we had broken up for the second time because she she couldn't see us being anything more than friends in her eyes, and she didn't feel a spark with anybody, which now I'm starting to realize is a lie if she was going to go do stuff like that. So, yeah, it was it was a bad thing to learn, but at the same time also a good thing. There was a comfort, a solace, if you will, in knowing that that was going on, even though most people would be devastated by something like that. So basically, in this, I'm just trying to say, I'm just trying to get out there that if you have a suspicion that somebody, a partner, uh, to say the least, if a partner is cheating on you, then you have no reason to feel sorry about feeling that way. You have no reason to not think it's happening because there will be signs, and believe me, I didn't see the signs until I just realized them here the other day. The signs are very vast. I'm not going to go into it because that would take a lot longer than the time that I have, which is about another almost 4 to 5 minutes. In this, another thing I'm trying to get out there is that not only are you allowed to feel that way, to think that someone is doing you wrong, but at the same time, you are allowed to think that maybe you could be doing wrong. And with that sense, you have to try to realize what you do wrong and don't apologize for it. Change it. Do do something to fix it. Which I'm not trying to imply that she did something wrong, even though it's very apparent to most of the reasonable people watching this that she did. And I'm not trying to say that I didn't do anything wrong when I know very good and well that I have done wrong. And for this, I'm putting it out there that we were both wrong. We were both people who were capable of doing wrong. Everyone is capable of doing wrong. They may not realize it, but I don't like to think that anybody should be one of those holier than thou people. That they should be they should be the kind of person to realize what they do wrong and either try to fix it or at some in some way try to get it blocked out. And if you get it blocked out, if you get away from what that wrongdoing is, you'll slowly start to realize that you can become a very, very loving and acceptable person. Because in the days that I've had to help myself realize this, I'm making changes in my life that are not just drastic changes, but changes that I know will be extremely beneficial in the future. So I'm not demanding you take my advice. I'm not saying you have to listen to a word I have to say, but I'm saying something you should do, or something we all should do, is take accountability for our actions. Because when you do that, you you can pretty much accomplish anything. Sorry for all the stuttering. I don't have a script for this. This is really unscripted. I'm just speaking from my heart. I'm out of time, but I'd like to say I appreciate you guys for sticking here around and watching, and catch you all next time. Love you.